Organizational learning, the relationship between groups and the rest of the organization.
On this level, learning is at its most complex level because making collective decisions is a great challenge for individuals and groups. When delegates collaborate, they are also affecting a group process, so the group dynamics interfere with the organizational dynamics. The main learning happens around developing structures and the role of hierarchy. What is the function of hierarchy? What are the problems related to this organizational element and how we can cope with effects created through hierarchy? We repeatedly see that groups which have a steering role try to establish other modes than delegating the decision power to one group and installing a hierarchy. While experimenting with other types of steering like network organizations or forms of representative steering, very soon the complexity of the required information flow, involvement and engagement surfaces. When other leadership models than hierarchies are established, those in leadership positions are very much challenged. Besides the decision-making, other issues are of importance. How can we work across organizational boundaries, vertically and laterally? Why is it necessary for organizations to go beyond groupthink and partial interests? And how can the decisive element of responsibility for the whole be implemented? Above all, it is also important for comprehensive control that a form of communication develops which is capable of bringing inherent potential for conflict to the fore and developing strategies for its resolution. This can work when the second-order group, delegate group, has developed so well that it can value the meaning of the organizational dynamics more highly than the meaning of the individual group's interests. In other words, the empowerment of the delegate group must be accepted in the group to an extent that at least its fundamental conditions of existence are not questioned. Not until that point it can be assured that the decisions of the entire organization can have sufficient effect. Experiences show that this process of empowerment does not always succeed. Frequently the seminar ends before the second-order group succeeds in translating its decision-making power to the entire organization. Evidently the pull of the original group is so strong that insights into the organization's imperatives are subordinated to it. However, whether successful or not, the insight and analysis of this problem advances the organizational competence. In the best case, it is also possible to test this in the laboratory. These three learning dimensions individually and in relation to each other can be activated in an OLAB which is open to the processes and not predetermined into a special direction. Through this, the OLAB setting provides learning opportunities which extend simulation methods or role play. The methods and the special research and training concepts of the laboratory are not new. But what is new are the real problems in our society which are connected to increasing organizational change and the need to steer and to organize that change. In this respect, the OLAB is an appropriate learning setting because it consequently focuses organizational change and development as explicit objects of learning. In the future, we see the OLAB not only as a learning hub for process-oriented management skills reaching beyond traditional management education but also as a setting for experimenting with cross- and transcultural attempts to organize. As more and more organizations are confronted with these issues, dealing with authority, communication and collaboration will require advanced skills and mindsets for managers, and those who are acting in extended leadership functions.